Hello, I'm Ederson Oliveira. I'll be presenting this video for DotNetNuke.com. In this video, this video is a quick follow-up of my previous video, video 292, which was about the new DotNetNuke language feature where you can have content in multiple languages. First thing is that once I log out from the site, I realized that if I flip here from English to French, I would get a login page. And this is because when I switch from a single language content site to a multilingual content site, all the translated pages that were created, that were supposed to get translated, they were not published yet. So everything is hidden from the end user. Now, let's have a look at what this really means, how this looks like in the backend. Let's log in here and let's log in as super user. So if you check, if we flip here back to French, and if we have a look at the page settings of that French page, you're gonna see that under permissions, all user is not checked. So that's the reason why I was not able to see the translated pages. Now, you have to keep in mind that when we flipped and we said that we want a multi-language content site, behind the scenes, there were new pages created with the translated versions, okay? So when we flip from French to English, actually it's a new set of pages. It's a copy of the English pages to be used in French as well. So how can we publish all those pages? Let's say that they are all ready to go and we just need to make them live. How can we do that easily? Actually, if we go to admin languages, there's this button here that says publish pages in this language that are marked as translated. Actually, this is slightly more complex than I was expecting. Because actually, we have to go back to the page, and then we go to pages, page settings. Under page settings, there is now a new tab called localization. Under the localization tab, we can actually go module by module in this page and mark if they are translated or not. So it says that page culture is French, Canadian, and I can check which modules are translated or not by checking the module and clicking on mark as translated. So it puts a checkbox here under the translated column. Now, I can also say that the entire page is translated. I can do that by clicking is translated here. And I click on update page. Now, when I do that, this page is set to be translated. Let's just go back there once again. Okay, getting started. Let's go to pages, page settings. Let's just check it again. Okay, so it's marked as translated. Now, because I have marked here, I can go back there to admin languages, and I can say publish the pages that are marked as translated. And there's an interesting feature here. It actually says how many total pages are there, which there are only 7 pages, and how many of those are marked as translated. There's 1 page. I just did that for 1 page, for the getting started in French page. Now, if I click here under publish, that page will now get the same security permissions as the default English page, which was visible to all users. I'll just click OK here. Hopefully with that, I'll be able to log out. I'll flip to English here again. I should be able now to log out, flip back to French, and now I have the English and French version. As you can see, we have a little change here, the French content, the English content, as you can see. And the other thing that I realized that I did wrong, I was expecting something wrong in the last video, is that I'm not logged in here. So when I flip, I can see the labels translated here, you see? But when I log in, what will happen is that the default language for the logged in user is, the language for the language that will show up in the labels for when the user is logged in is the default language for that user. Get a bit confusing. So let's log to the backend here one more time as host, and I'll show you. Now I'm logged in to the backend as host. The host user has as a default language English. That's the reason why it does not matter if I flip here to English or French, the labels are still in English, because that's my user's default language. And where do I see that? I see that in my profile. I'm a super user, so I'm going to go to host and super user accounts. I'll go to edit here, my super user account. And from here, I'll go to manage profile. I'll scroll all the way down. And here, preferred location. Actually, it's not specified. So if it's not specified yet, it goes to it becomes the default locale for the entire website. So I have the option to select one or the other here, French or English. So this is where you can specify the default locale of the user. Now this is explained, and again, if I log out, no user logged in, I will be able to flip back and forth, and the localization is working just fine. So this is a not so quick follow-up of the past video about language localization and content localization in .NET Nuke. That's it for now. Thank you very much, and bye.